Hi everybody, my name is Stephanie from Summers Photography. I'm here today to do a series of video tutorials on how to get the best out of your camera. I run photography courses in Berkshire. You can see them all on our website if you want to have a more detailed photography session or photography course. But for this, it's just a sneak peek into what we cover on the complete photography experience. So one of the things that I get asked quite a lot is the technical aspects of the camera. Everybody seems to be able to put their cameras in automatic and away they go. They can take some fantastic shots, but it's only really when you want to take full control of your camera that things start to get a little bit more complicated. So one of the videos I'm going to be looking at today is the shutter speeds. We have our dog with us today, Thor. He is a 7-month-old Cocker Spaniel and he's a little bit on the crazy side. But when we do shutter speeds, we want to make sure that he's in focus and is sharp rather than a blurred picture of him. So we'll try and get some great shots of him freezing in the motion and also the opposite as well, so you can get to see what the differences are like. He's pretty good at catching stones. Thor! So to get that type of shot, we need to be able to use a fast shutter speed. So let's just look at what we have on the cameras. So on your camera on top of it doesn't really matter what type of camera you have, all of them have a mode dial on the top of the camera. And what that mode dial looks like is everything south of automatic, which automatic will either be the word auto or it'll be a camera of some sorts, is a part automatic mode. So you still don't really have any control over it, but it may give you different techniques and options, like portrait mode or sports mode. Sports mode is perfect for fast action because it freezes that motion with a fast shutter speed. But we're going to be looking at everything north of automatic in this video, and we're going to be looking at S on Olympuses and Nikons and Sonys. S stands for shutter priority, where we choose the shutter speed that we want to use. But on a Canon camera it's TV, and TV stands for time value. So on the Olympus pen, so this is a dinky little camera, but it's got full manual capabilities, and I really wanted a camera this size so I could pop it in my handbag, perfect for weekends away like this today. So if we go to S on here for shutter priority, it tells me on the back of the screen that I can set the shutter speed manually. But we really need to know what the shutter speed does and what each of those numbers mean and stand for before we start putting them into the camera. So some of the options that we have from here, mine starts from 125. Now 125 might not mean anything, but if you have a look on the correlating images next to this video, you will see a shutter speed chart. Now shutter speeds are measured in fractions of seconds. So a second is a fast fraction of time, but it really isn't fast when it comes to photography worlds. So a really good starting point is 125th of a second. That's kind of your middle of the road shutter speed, where you can go up or down from there. So to go up means going faster, so you'll go on to 250th of a second, to 500th of a second, right up into the thousands. They tend to either double or half, so it's a good way to remember them. So if you were in the high thousands or high hundreds, you'd be looking at a fast shutter speed, so you'd be able to capture Thor or the kids running around or some sporting event where your people would be frozen in time. However, we don't always want them to be completely frozen in time. I've taken some fantastic photos here this weekend of moving water, and that moving water looks so ethereal when you use a slow shutter speed. So a slow shutter speed is something like a 20th, a 10th, a 5th, going right down into full seconds. These cameras have the capabilities to do 30 second shutter speeds, but even some other cameras you can go into hours, but then there's problems with dust getting into your sensor and obviously the battery capabilities as well. So if we were to get some fast action shots of the puppy, let's see where he's gone. Oh, he's behind me. Thor, ready, go get it. So with something like this, I'm going to start at around about 125th of a second. Now you may have seen the clouds have came over just now, so it's got a little bit more dull. So I'm going to put my ISO up a little bit. And my ISO is going to go to just about 200. It's a beautiful blue sky day, hardly any clouds around at all. So I'm just going to test that out and see what it looks like. I'm actually really quite happy with 200. That looks pretty good for the ISO. Now for 125, I'm going to try that again. Let's choose a good stone. Ready, catch it. Behind you. Never work with children and animals. Ready, just catch it. So with a fast moving action like that one, 125th is looking quite good. Just going to brighten it up a little bit. There we go. And then he's come trotting back. And he's wagging a tail. Now, it looks a tiny little bit soft. The stones look quite sharp, but that's not really the point of our photo. We want to have something that's quite fast action, so I'm doubling it to 250. Thor, do you want to go again? Ready, ready, go catch it. Now that's looking better at 250. I'm going to double it again to 500 and see what that's like on the return. Good boy, and that's much better. Thor, one more time. Ready, ready, go get it. Excellent. Yeah, I'm really happy with 500. It's looking fantastic now. So if we wanted, I will put those photographs on Facebook to go alongside this video as well, so you get to see what the differences look like. Now if we wanted to get a slow action one of him coming back, then we'd be able to do something like a 50th. Now I wouldn't really recommend this for dogs or animals or people for that matter. What I possibly would do is this for like really kind of creative and artistic shots. So those creative and artistic shots would be water or kite flying or seagulls zooming past. It's not really ideal for pets unless you want to get that blur of ears or hair of the kids as well. So it looks a bit different, but it's not really a technique that I would use for an animal or a person. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an insight into shutter speeds. This is a really brief tutorial just while we're playing around on the beach with the puppy. I thought it'd be a great insight into what you would hopefully try to do on holidays or even just in the back garden. So I'd love to see your images. Try playing around with shutter speeds. Go high, go low, but your main base point should hopefully be around 125, 125th of a second, and that will just give you that flexibility to move up or move down. Post some of your images that you've taken under this video, and I look forward to seeing you from me soon. Take care everybody, bye.